Hi everybody, I'm Dr. John LaPook. Sleep disorder is a huge problem in America and especially here in noisy, busy New York City. I'm going to be talking today to New York City sleep specialist Dr. Neil Cavey. And as a setting, we're here at Yellow, which is a New York City spa that specializes in power napping. How big of a problem is sleep deprivation?
Enormous. Half the world lives sleep deprived. Very few highly functioning people, especially, get enough sleep. It's just very hard for us to cram that into the 24-hour day. And the problem is people think they can get away with being sleep deprived, so they're willing to sacrifice sleep in the interest of finding time to do other things, but no one gets away with it.
What are the symptoms of sleep deprivation?
The symptoms, unfortunately or fortunately, are very subtle for people. They're fighting through a cloud. We're always fighting through something. It takes a toll on the body. Our immune function suffers. It slows down. Like everything else, it's fighting through this cloud of sleep deprivation.
And that part of that is right, that when you sleep, certain hormones get made that affect hunger.
That's right. So people think, you hear all the time, well, when you're sleep deprived, you put on weight because you eat, because you're staying up too late. That's part of it. The other thing is that the hormones in the body actually shift, and they make you vulnerable to putting on weight. So your appetite increases in this sleep deprived state, and the hormones that drive feelings of fullness until you have enough, they go way down. The real problem is we don't recognize it.
That's the problem.
We think we're doing fine.
And I think that's true with my patients. They don't realize they're sleep deprived. And I think it's probably the biggest unrecognized medical problem that I see.
It's an enormous problem.
So what are the things that can cause bad sleep?
Well, one of the premier things would be anxiety and stress. But it's very important to recognize that insomnia isn't just due to anxiety and stress. And so that's been the old mantra, that if you can't sleep well, you must be under stress. It's important to recognize that stress can do that, but that other things can be playing a role as well. Genetics can play a role, for example. One of the things I'm going to look for is a family history of poor sleep. So
do we know how that's passed on or how that works?
Well, people are sorting that out. That still has to be done, but we do see it running in families.
Let's reel off some practical advice for people. What should they do to help with their sleep disorder?
Okay. Compress your sleep down to a tight schedule, like 6.5 hours to start, and then gradually build up to 6 3/4, 7 hours. Wind down. 2-hour wind down of relaxing. You can watch a little TV. 1 hour, turn the TV off, computer off, BlackBerry off, Apple off. Be careful about caffeine. Be careful about anything that stimulates. Eat just a little bit. Don't have a big meal just before bedtime. Reserve the bedroom for sleep activities, and all waking activities should be in a different environment. And have a nice bedroom. Have one that's really just warming and nice. So you want to walk into your bedroom and think either sleep or sex. But both are real positive.
Now, can you catch up on weekends?
You can catch up a lot. Yeah, it's really important to not feel lazy and get all the sleep you can, because you're running this enormous deficit. So catch up whenever you can. Catch up on weekends and catch up on naps when you can.
All right, I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah, I'm going to too.
This is the Chamber of Somnolence. I just made that up. Where are we?
We're in a yellow cab. The yellow cab is a private cocoon that we designed so that people can actually find a refuge in this crazy city. So Yellow Spa is a refuge for sleep-deprived New Yorkers. After talking to big corporations, I asked them, would you actually pay for your employee to be more productive? And I built it. After 6 months of opening the place, we had a deal with Time Warner, with Hearst, with Newsweek, and with a number of other corporations.
Well, I wasn't able to actually nap because all these camera people and producers are around, but you get the idea. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully some of you are still awake, and for those of you who still are, I'm Dr. John LaPook for another episode of CBSDoc.com. Good day and good health.